You are watching an Al Bear review. Cue the music.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. You know the vibes. Happy Thursday. I'm here with the Black Ink crew, the original Black Ink crew review recap. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Everyone, be sure to like, comment, and share. So last night was the season premiere of Black Ink crew, the original New York. And you know, it was a dud of an episode. I will say that I didn't really enjoy it. Yeah, you know, I really didn't enjoy it, only because, you know, it was an introduction episode to this season, and you know, it'd be kind of boring and slow to me. But I'm sure if you have a Twitter and all over social media, the highlight of the show was Sky and her son Desi. And that's where I'm gonna start, man. You know, first and foremost, you know, I didn't grow up in a broken home. I had both of my parents. I also didn't grow up in foster care. So yeah. So long story short, you know, Sky down in Miami. Her boutique is doing well. She's still head of HR for Black Ink. And she having a conversation with her friend girl. I forget that girl's name without them tattoos. But whatever, Allison, that's her name, Allison. And basically, you know, the conversation was just like, she felt like her son Desi, it's real name Desmond or something like that. Desi, you know, she feel like he done switched up on him, going down the wrong path, etc., etc. And what led her to think that is because she said that he was staying in her home in Atlanta, and you know, she approached him when he got a job, or whatever, and told him that, you know, every week or every 2 weeks, it makes a difference, but. Excuse me, every week he get paid, every 2 weeks, you know, give her $150 towards the rent. And so if that's every week thing, that's what, 4 weeks in a month, that's $600. I don't know how she live in Atlanta, but if he gonna pay $600 as opposed to $300, he might as well go ahead and move out and do his own thing. And I understand what she was saying. She said she was trying to teach him responsibilities and, you know, teach him how to get used to, you know, having to pay bills and etc., etc. But she says, you know, once she told him that, his behavior changed. You feel like he just switched up on her. He moved out and moved in wherever his brother Genesis stayed, and he started putting shady things up on Instagram towards her. And she also said that, you know, she found things coming up missing in the house, such as money and things of that nature. And so all of this led up to the big, you know, the big whatever at the end of the show. Well, she called Desi down to Miami, or she went out to Atlanta, whatever the case was, and had a conversation with him. And the conversation went totally left. Jesus, you know, it was kind of rough to watch in a sense, you know what I'm saying? And because, you know, she was just saying that Desi had her food. She thought he was the good boy between him and Genesis, and it was a very disrespectful conversation on both ways, because as she was talking, she was calling him a bum and telling him, but you know what I'm saying, you done fucked up. You know, you done crossed me, you done fucked up. You know, she talking, you a bum, my jigger. You a bum. You know, she talking to him like that. And then, you know, you a thief. You a thief, my nigga, you a thief. And then, you know, he came in high as a kite anyways. And so he was just sitting there the whole time like, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. And next thing you know, I don't know, she thought she was gonna get up and put hands on him. Production stepped in, and you know what I'm saying, she still calling him You know what I'm saying? You a bum, my nigga. You a bum. I disown you, my nigga. I disown you. You know that. That's what she was saying. And so he was just like, I don't even look at you the same no more. I don't even see you the same no more. That's how he was talking. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, you did all this for a check. Cause he was so high. You know what I'm saying? When you're high, it's about as fast as much energy you could afford to give. He was just like, you did all this for a check, my nigga. And fuck you. So it appears their relationship is shattered. Now, what's so crazy is I was watching the show with my lady, and she was just like, I don't know, Sky. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like it should have. Sky, for one, the boy only 18, 19, possibly 20, so she didn't raise him. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy to fool people that want to be fooled. So what I mean is Sky had a son that genuinely hated her because, she been out of his life for so long, and all of a sudden, in his mind, okay, you on TV, now all of a sudden you grown, I'm grown, you want to come because you on TV, come find me and reconcile. So he already hated her. And it's a love-hate. Sometimes he love her, sometimes he hate her. But then you have another son who was more open to the idea of accepting Sky as accepting, this is my birth mom, this is who I came from, this is who created me, this is who I was inside for 9 whole months. He was more, willing to build that relationship. So she just believed that she ignored all of the signs that I don't know that he showed, but he did show signs once. I believe it was last season or the season before that, where he basically moved out of the white folks' house who raised him and moved in with his friends, and one of his friends ended up getting shot and getting killed. And I'm just like, sign, he's living with people that's getting shot at and someone popped up dead. If that doesn't say you live in the wrong lifestyle, I don't know what does, but what does. So, like I say, it's easy to fool people that wants to be fooled. She wanted to be loved by her sons or by her, or at least one of them. So it was easy to fool her. Secondly, she was just like Genesis, her older son has been affecting him and yada, 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 which is probably true, but I just think it's one of them situations where it's kind of like, Desi probably feel like this. He was open, and then when she came to him with the rent, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, because, I'm just not, but he probably was looking at it like, who are you to try to teach me responsibilities and raise me now? Like, my mother who raised me, she raised me. The family that raised me, they raised me, but you stepping in, you start off wrong. You start off being too lenient. You start off being too nice. You started off buying him whatever he wanted. Start off buying him vehicles. And then you try to, draw it back and teach responsibilities. And that's where she messed up. She started off as trying to be fun and being, doing whatever she got to do to get on his good side. And then when she tried to creep in some responsibilities, which I just feel like he feel like that shouldn't come from her. You know what I'm saying? Because he probably look at it like, I'm a grown man. I don't know what he do for a living. Might sell dope. I don't know. Don't really care. But he probably just look at it like, I know how to survive. I just want something with you. Even if that's just to live off of your money or whatever, I don't need you to tell me what to do. And the conversation just went left so bad. She was disrespectful, calling him a bum, saying she disowned him, calling him a thief, and all of this. It was just a bad look, man. I mean, it's hard to explain truthfully. So that's that. So anyways, this episode, Puma's back at 113. Caesar gave him half ownership of the 113 shop in Harlem. That I guess that they considering it, they still built together. I don't know. It's like at some point I'm tired of the whole Puma Caesar storyline. Just like I'm kind of tired of the Sky and her children's storyline. It shouldn't be on TV. That's all I'm saying. She should have told the production company that my issues and my storyline with my children will not be on a part of the show. So whatever. But anyway, so like I said, Puma's back, half ownership. Walter does not think it's a great idea or a great look, but I mean, he's just like, it's always the people that don't have say so. They got they got so much to say, and I can't stand that. Like, bro, all you do is answer phones and go and pick up the supplies. Like, I'm gonna need you to just stay in your place. But anyway, so Puma's back. His wife Shawnee is definitely not a fan of Puma back working with Caesar because she is just not as willing to forgive and forget and move on. And that's usually how women are. Women just don't, especially women who, especially when it's pertaining to their spouse. Women don't really just be like, at least from my experience, I mean, you probably shouldn't just jump back into it. You need to think about it some more, and then think about it some more, and talk it over with me, and talk it over with me again, and talk it over with me so we can make sure you're making the right decision. That's usually how women are when it comes to their spouse, because they don't really want to see them getting burned again, especially given the whole history and all the crazy things that has happened between Caesar and Puma. Caesar beating him up, and then she also brought up the fact that she believed that Caesar sent his intern outside the movie theater to jump her, and she ended up beating the girl up, putting her in the hospital. So basically, she ain't too happy about that. So this episode was basically centered around Caesar's 40th birthday party, or birthday, I should say. And at his birthday celebration, she shows up late, and Puma tries to get her to go over to talk to Caesar and find some sort of common ground, squash it or whatever. So she goes over, and she just came out with it. Like, when was the last time you seen me, Caesar? No, Caesar, when was the last time you seen me? Oh, was it when you sent your little intern to jump me and I sent her ass to the hospital? That's what she decided to go with her first time seeing Caesar in 4 years. And at first he was like, I don't know what you're talking about, Quan. And he came out and said, well, I do remember, and I promise you that girl did not work for me. She just had on black ink merch. That was it. And she was upset because she just wanted to admit to it. I don't know if he did it or not. Don't really care, because that storyline ain't gonna do it for me. I'm sorry. Like, I ain't got no issues with Shawnee or whatever her name, but I mean whatever Puma's wife's name, but Kwani or whatever. But her and Caesar beefing, that just ain't gonna work for me. So anyways, at the party, we also find out that Caesar and Alex made up. Caesar gave him a sincere apology. I guess he dropped a lawsuit, and word is his back is getting better, and Caesar tells him that, as soon as his back is back good enough to tattoo, it's a place for him in the shop. And he also hired Donna officially to work for Black Ink, which I don't know how I even feel about that. So, last but not least, this base storyline ain't gonna do it for me either. I'm sorry, her and her ugly ass husband, Robert or whatever his name is, that joker, no, he ugly. Like, I don't care what y'all say, man. I ain't even got to say I ain't gay, cause I know, hey, you call somebody ugly and not be gay. I ain't even starting that, but he ugly. And long story short, she was like, he got hurt on the job and he couldn't work, so she had to pretty much pick up the financial slack, work more, tattoo more, and it's just not fair to me. I cannot stand when a man or a woman was in a committed relationship complains about the pressures of that relationship because of a sequence of events that neither of them is able to control. This man was at work and got hurt on the job, and now he cannot work. What is the problem? It kills me. Like, I understand having to shoulder the financial load by yourself could be stressful and everything else, but she also mentioned that he went into depression mode and all of this and all of that. I just feel like there has to be a level of understanding that when you're in a relationship, you are going to have to be able to empathize and sympathize and be compassionate towards your partner's mental health, because she said he was going through a stage of depression. as a man who is looked at or feels like he is the provider and something happens to him, and it could be a woman as well, something happens to you to where you cannot physically work and bring in and generate income, you hit depression, your spouse is gonna have to be able to just pick up the mess. Pick up the pieces and go. That's what it's supposed to be. And so I don't know really what happened, because like I said, this storyline just ain't gonna do it for me. He left. So now it's a broken home, and she feared that her son Nico gonna grow up in a broken home, and she don't want that for him, but she promised that mommy gonna do everything she can to make sure he don't grow up like her. I ain't got time for that. But last but not least, before I wrap it up, we also find out this season that Kit's mom is out of remission again. She has some sort of cancer. I can personally relate to it. And from the previews of the season coming, it seems like someone died, and I'm gonna take I kind of feel like it's Kit's mom. The only reason why I say this is because I'm still young. I'm only 26 years old, and when I would go to the doctor, to the cancer center and get chemo, I saw all these older folks in there. You can just see that it just sucks the life out of you, man. I'm telling you, it does. And the older you get tired of fighting that fight, especially when you continue to go in remission and you come out of remission because it comes back. Like, those folks really just tell their family, and then they tell their doctor, I just can't do this no more. I just cannot do this. But thankfully, the FDLA, I believe that's what it's called, FDLA, LA, whatever the people that make the legalize the medicine, they coming up with new forms of chemo that's not necessarily killing the immune system, killing the nervous system, and all that stuff that they're working with to fight against, these growing cells, because that's really what chemo is a influx of cells that should not be there. It's working with the immune system now instead of harming it. So hopefully this is the wave of the future. And we can hear less stories about, cancer patients, cancer survivors, victims, or whatever you want to characterize them as, continuing to fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much this episode. That's all I have. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment. Happy Thursday. Friday on the way. Black Ink content review coming up lunchtime sometime today. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.